Hello Vivekians, I am Manmeet ma'am and I again welcome all my dear students to my next English session. I promised that I'll be back with the second chapter and I'm here again. Dear parents, as an English teacher, I want that my students excel in the subject. It is not just getting good marks by cramming the answers, but they should also know how to form answers themselves and write expressively, which is needed in higher classes as well as in their career. As we all know that in our school, we work upon the concept of LSRW. These are 4 basic skills of the child's overall development. Now, what is LSRW actually? L stands for listening, S for speaking, R for reading, and W for writing. These skills are interdependent on one another. That means they are linked to one another. If a child develops the skill of listening carefully, then the child grabs new words and tries to speak confidently, thus enhancing the speaking skill. That means अगर आपके child को carefully listen करने की habit पड़ जाती है तो वो उन नए words को catch करता है, grab करता है और अपनी speech में उसको use करता है जिससे कि उसका confidence raise हो जाता है. Why? Because he or she knows that she is using good words in an appropriate manner. Reading is an exercise for the mind. It helps kids calm down and relax, opening doors of new knowledge to enlighten their minds. Now, reading is also a very good mind exercise. Why? Because it sharpens the minds, adds new vocabulary to the students. Now, the child uses all these 3 skills in writing expressively. Writing brings clarity in our mind. Writing is a skill which has the power to change the world and to change negative mindset to the positive. And if you have the power to change negative mindset to the positive, obviously you can lead the world. In this way, we can say that LSRW leads to the overall development of your child. So, as parents, I request you all to encourage your child to develop all these 4 skills. Now let's come to your English course books, chapter 2. Those who have the books, open the books to page number 13, and those who don't have, a screenshot is being provided so that you can read the passage carefully 4 to 5 times. I've already told you, reading is a mind exercise. So do practice reading again and again. Now, the name of the chapter is पेंगू प्रिटेंस. आपको क्या लगता है ये पेंगू प्रिटेंस नाम सुनकर कि किसके बारे में होगा चैप्टर? Let me tell you. This story is about a penguin whose name was Pengu. And now what is a penguin? A penguin is a flightless bird. Their wings have evolved into flippers which help them to swim underwater. And they are excellent swimmers. Now these penguins are flightless birds basically. They do not fly much, but they are excellent swimmers. And this penguin loved to pretend. And what do you mean by pretend? That means imaginary, not real. You just try to be somebody or something else. Okay, so now let's begin. Imagination is where all our good ideas come from. हमारी imagination से ही हमारे पास सारे के सारे ideas आते हैं. All stories, music, art and inventions begin with these ideas. जितनी भी हमारी ये stories बनती हैं, music, art forms, ये सारे के सारे ideas से ही start होते हैं. Have you ever used your imagination and pretended to be someone else? Like a superhero, a doctor, or a chef. Now, I know kids are more imaginative than the adults. You all, when play, you always pretend to be someone else, like a superhero, like a Spider-Man with all the superpowers, a doctor that is going to treat a patient, or a chef making delicious food, yummy food for the people. Now, tell me who all have pretended to be a doctor, a policeman, an engineer? I know you all do. Here's a story of an imaginative penguin who loved to pretend. Or is penguin, I've told you that this story is about an imaginative penguin who loved to pretend. So, read on. The objective of the chapter is to appreciate the benefits of making friends and being friendly, like our penguin did, and to connect the story to the knowledge about penguins. Now the heading is reading and comprehension. Let's read. Pengu penguin likes to pretend. पेंगू पेंगुइन को प्रिटेंड करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. एंड वॉट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ प्रिटेंड? सी, द मीनिंग इज गिवन, imaginary or not real. That means you just imagine to be somebody or something else and you are not that person in reality. This week, Pengu has decided to pretend to be anything that begins with the letter P. और इस week पेंगू ने क्या डिसाइड किया है कि वो ऐसा कुछ भी बनेगी जो कि letter P से start होता है. On Monday, Pengu pretends she's a pirate with a parrot on her shoulder. Monday को Pengu pretend करती है that she's a pirate. Now what is a pirate? A person who attacks and robs ships at sea. एक ऐसा person जो कि ship को attack करता है और उसको rob करता है. That means वहाँ पर चोरी करता है. And she's a pirate with a parrot on her shoulder. और उसके पास एक parrot होता है जो कि अपने वो shoulder पर रखती है. The parrot's name is Pari. Parrot का क्या name रखती है? Pari. Penguin and Pari search the pirate ship looking for something to eat. और फिर Penguin and Pari शिप पर जाते हैं और वहाँ पर क्या सर्च करते हैं, क्या ढूंढते हैं शिप पर? समथिंग टू ईट, कि उनको कुछ खाने के लिए मिल जाए. ऑल दे कैन फाइंड आर पाइनएप्पल्स एंड पोटैटोज. और उनको वहाँ पर क्या मिलता है शिप पर? पाइनएप्पल्स एंड पोटैटोज. उसको वो खाते हैं. दे आर डिलिशियस. और उनको वो बहुत यमी लगते हैं, डिलिशियस लगते हैं. ऑन ट्यूजडे Pengu pretends to be a park ranger. अब Tuesday को Pengu pretend करती है that she is a park ranger. Now who's a park ranger? See, the meaning is written on the side. A person who takes care of parks. That means वो ऐसा person होता है जो कि पार्क की सेफ्टी, उसकी क्लेanliness का प्रॉपर ध्यान रखता है. Her job is to keep the park safe and clean. और Pengu का मेन जॉब क्या था? कि वो पार्क को सेफ रखे, क्लीन रखे. ऑन हर राउंड्स शी फाइंड्स अ फैमिली ऑफ पोलर बेयर्स ऑन अ पिकनिक. और जब वो राउंड ले रही होती है पूरा कि पार्क को कोई गंदा तो नहीं कर रहा, तब वो देखती है शी फाइंड्स अ फैमिली ऑफ पोलर बेयर्स. पोलर बेयर्स वहाँ पर पूरी की पूरी अपनी फैमिली के साथ आए हुए होते हैं पिकनिक मनाने के लिए. दे इन्वाइट पेंगू टू जॉइन देम एंड शी गेट्स टू ईट पपाया, प्लम्स एंड पेयर्स विथ देम. और पोलर बेयर्स की पूरी फैमिली पेंगू को इनवाइट करती है और वहाँ पर ज्वाइन इन करने के लिए कहती है कि आ जाओ, आप भी पिकनिक मनाओ हमारे साथ. और वहाँ पर उसको क्या खाने के लिए देते हैं? पपाया, plums and pears. Pengu has never tasted these foods before. पेंगू ने तो आज तक ये फूड्स टेस्ट ही नहीं करे. Guess what? She finds them very tasty. और पेंगुइन को जो ये वाले फूड्स होते हैं वो बहुत टेस्टी लगते हैं. On Wednesday, Pengu pretends that she's a paratrooper. और Wednesday को Pengu pretend करती है that she's a paratrooper. Now who's a paratrooper? A person trained to drop to the ground from an aircraft with a parachute. Paratrooper एक ऐसा person होता है जिसको ट्रेन किया जाता है कि वो एयरक्राफ्ट से पैराशूट लेकर नीचे लैंड करता है. पैराशूट पहनता है और नीचे ग्राउंड पर लैंड करता है. Now, wearing her parachute, Pengu the penguin jumps from a plane and lands in the middle of a pumpkin patch. तो पेंगू पेंगुइन जो है हमारी क्या करती है? पैराशूट पहनती है अपना और जंप करती है प्लेन से, ठीक है? और कहाँ पर लैंड करती है? In the middle of a pumpkin patch. Now what is a pumpkin patch? It's a small piece of land used for growing pumpkins or vegetables. एक छोटा सा पीस होता है लैंड का जहाँ पर हम लोग पम्पकिन्स ग्रो करते हैं और बाकी की वेजिटेबल्स भी ग्रो कर सकते हैं. दिस पम्पकिन पैच बिलोंग्स टू पाटिल पटेल. और ये वाला पम्पकिन पैच किसको बिलोंग करता है? ये लैंड किसका होता है? पाटिल पटेल का. This was all about the explanation part for today. The words given on the sides are the word meanings and the underlined words are the dictation words. The assignment and the dictation words should be copied in the notebook in which you have done the work of the first chapter of English. जिस notebook में आपने English का first chapter किया है उसी में अपना second chapter आप continue करेंगे. The work done should be neat and according to the given format as in chapter 1. Again format same रहेगा and work should be neat. I would again request the parents just to assist their wards in writing answers and not to give them the full answers so that they should try to form answers themselves, which is needed in the higher classes. I've already explained all this in my LSRW concept. So, this was all for today. Stay at home, stay safe. Bye bye. Take care. See you all tomorrow in the next session. Thank you.